Okay. So basically, this is I know you guys sent me a whole bunch of messages, and they're phenomenal ideas, and they're all right over there, and I'm going to be making videos about them. But I thought this one was incredible. I thought about this the other day, and then I just got reminded of it when somebody made mention in a private message about something like this. So basically, this person's story really hits home with the whole find your fire thing. So with me, it's like I talk about what's my fire. My fire is my health. I love Tostitos. And somebody kind of asked me about like when you have roommates, and I'm going to talk about that then, but when you have like roommates that don't eat the things that you eat and they snack and how to avoid it. And basically one of my comments, and I'm going to play on it more, is I like Tostitos. You know, I like a lot of different foods that I can't eat. I like Cadbury eggs. I used to love them. I love mozzarella cheese. So like these are all the things that I love, but when I look at them, I see pain. I see struggle. I see an IV in my arm. I see all this stuff. So that's my fire. So it doesn't matter. I can literally bathe in a bowl of Cadbury eggs and I would never even lick one. I might smell it for an extra second, but I won't eat it because it is that much of a fire, of that much of a whole, I linked enough pain to that to look at it not in a, oh my God, I can't wait to eat it, or I wish I could eat it. No way. Oh my God, I'm so glad that I can't eat it because maybe I would and whatever. But basically, somebody in my life comes to find out with a lot of different health issues that they've been going on that they have a medical condition. I know the name and I cannot remember it right now, but it doesn't matter. And this person went online and researched all about it, and they read all these, and I always say stay away from the internet, but they read all these terrible stories about people. It is a condition that you can die from. But the doctor that is treating this person basically said, I have 2 other clients that have this and they've both had it for 15 plus years. So you'll be fine. I don't believe in medication, so I did instruct this person to sought out for more healthier homeopathic or organic, or just eating healthier to feed it instead of the medication. And this person is on medication for some of the things that was symptoms for this condition that they just found out that they had. And it just so happens that when I got this message from this person, they had already gone to a health food store and sought out a nutritionist and all that other stuff. And they had already months ago watched my nutrition webinar, but there wasn't anything there. And what I mean is there was no fear. Now, this person has known about this for a little over a week, and when this person sees bad food that maybe they were overall pretty generally healthy, but they did give themselves a few too many cheats here and there and maybe made a few too many excuses that they just shooed away. But now, beyond following the guidelines of my nutrition webinar, literally doing everything that I've taught on any one of my videos, listening to what the person at the health food store said, slowly weaning themselves off of the medicine that they're on, and doing more research on things to do to, help. They had a lot of, like, they couldn't digest their food. They would, like, throw up. Totally feeling tired, and I did a lot of speaking like, it's mentally, it's in your head, but this is one of the symptoms. And this person did try to do their best, constantly getting injured, not from doing anything because they were in too much physical pain to do anything, at work. And all of a sudden, boom, they turn around, get off their seat and, ankles terrible, or they fell down the stairs one time. But basically, now, this person over this past week has been looking at food as like their ticket to like death, basically. I know this is so extreme, but when you fear dying, that is the ultimate fire. Granted, I think that me not being able to live my life as happy as I can, as healthy, to be able to do all the things that I am doing that I shouldn't be able to do. I should be sicker than I am. I feel like if you're not living, you're slowly dying. That's like something I truly feel. I will not die of Crohn's, but I will die with it. I was instructed to get surgery and get my intestines cut out, but I've seen too many people go from, 26 feet of intestines down to like 2 feet and skinny and frail and I refuse to do that. And this person, oh my God, feels a lot better. They're still getting some results back from their tests. Feels a lot better. And in the 1 week, they've lost 7 to 9 pounds because they don't know exactly where they were when they first started. But they definitely said it was at least 7 pounds and no more than 9 pounds in the 1 week. Granted, I did instruct this person that when you eat healthy and exercise and all that other stuff, it's not going to be big numbers like that. This isn't The Biggest Loser. You're not burning 10,000 calories a day. 5,000 calories a day. But basically, that is just to show you that we all have it. We all have something. We just, and I even got a private message, and I will talk about this, about somebody that was so depressed they talk about taking their life. And I never thought about suicide, but I was so completely low and I had no idea where my life was going when I had my nervous breakdown. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I had no control of my life. I was binging and purging for, I don't even know how many months, in my mom's attic, quit my job, signed the restaurant over to my ex, all that other mamma jamma that if you read my story, But while I was in the hospital, that's when I found my fire and I realized what I was doing wrong. So whoever you are, you have to find it. There's something in you. There's something that you always wanted to do that you don't think you can do because maybe somebody told you couldn't. And then I will talk about one other person. This person sent me a message about, feeling shame and embarrassment to their past, to a past relationship that they were in, to allowing themselves to stay in that relationship. And this person sent me a long message about, they're getting a divorce from an ex-husband that was an alcoholic. And I believe she said, and I apologize if I'm wrong, that she said that he beat her. And I've been there. I got beat up by my boyfriend. It was one time before I left him and signed the restaurant over to his name. But all I heard when this person sent me that message is, I'm out. And that's the thing that this person forgot to do. It doesn't matter. I am glad that I had a boyfriend that beat me up, that my father beat me up, that my father did all those things to me, that my life was the way that it was. I'm glad it was a struggle. I'm glad I had to learn how to survive because I appreciate life that much more. I am blessed to have gone through everything. I'm glad I have a thyroid problem, hypo. I'm glad I have Crohn's, colitis. I'm glad I have all my issues because what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And I am a stronger person than somebody that might not have to deal with that. Or maybe I'm stronger than I would have been if I would have been in a better life. What somebody thinks is a better life, when I think my life was great. No matter how somebody can look at it and read my story and be like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. But don't, because I don't. And when you look at your situation, find the positive. It doesn't matter. Don't dwell on it. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I don't feel stupid for getting played. I got played by a guy. There was a guy that was cheating on me for 2 years. I had no idea he had a whole nother girlfriend. And at the time, I felt stupid, but not anymore. It's like, it doesn't matter. I was in love, and I'm not gonna, when I started dating after him, and then when I met my husband, I didn't punish them for my ex's crappy thing that he did to me. I learned from it. I'm glad that it happened because it made me smarter. Maybe I wouldn't have chose Christian. Maybe I would have chose somebody else if I didn't deal with the one before him. Find the positive in everything, and don't ever be embarrassed of anything that you go through because it's a stepping stone to something great. And one day, and all you have to do in your mind is sit there and think, there is something great out there for me. There is something great out there for everybody. We are all destined for greatness. There is nobody that is more destined. There's no celebrity that's better than you. There's no person at the other end of the camera. I'm no better than you. I'm no better than anybody. I could do this. You can do this. Somebody else asked me about, good, I still have time. Somebody else asked me about how long did it take me to master this. Within days, within months of me getting out of the hospital and continuing with my therapy, I did what they told me to do. I went to the bookstore. I kept myself busy. I did my coping skills and I mastered them. I really have not truly mastered it, and I will never not have an eating disorder. I'll have it until the day that I die. But I've mastered my coping skills only about 7 years ago. Really, maybe about 4 years ago when I found you guys, when I found this, when I opened up my own studio, when I started deciding to cope with my issues by holding myself accountable to motivating you guys. Like, that's what it takes. We just gotta, deep down inside, we have to have that 5 seconds of light, of faith that we can accomplish anything. We can be anything. If you sat there right now and looked in the mirror and you said, I want to be an astronaut. I mean, granted, I want to fly. Come on now. But I can do anything. And somebody made a comment on my post. I'm sure it was a joke, but it was the comment about nothing is impossible. And then they made a comment like, I'd like to see the guy that said this try to fly. Come on, dude. Really? But literally, anything you want to do, you know? Who knows how long it's going to take me, but if I start something, I'm going to finish it. I don't quit on something. So one day, 30, 40, maybe right before I die, I will be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I will, because I have to. I'm destined to. I put my mind to it. I put into it. You know, I will, not in a cocky way, but when I do tournaments, I will win. I will win first place. Not in a way where like, oh my God, I'm going to beat the, you know what? No, not like that. I have to think I'm going to win. Not in a cocky way, in a humble, I'm just trying to attract a gold medal. You know, in my workouts, if I look at that 60-pound dumbbell, I will attract the completion of the movement because I know I can do it. Granted, I might not physically be able to do it with 100 just yet, but maybe if I really wanted to eventually do that, I could get myself to, without any steroids and without any supplementation. Thank you. Okay? So no, I don't have any. I think I'm going to end on that note because there were a few things that I talked about, and this will be the first one, even though I did make another one, but I'm not going to post it yet until tomorrow or the next day. And then I just realized I can't video and upload at the same time, so I couldn't do all the videos. So they'll be coming at you throughout the week. But I love you. Oh, think of something that you want, and every day do something to get you closer to it. Don't overwhelm yourself. Pick one thing that you want so goddamn bad, and do it. And have that fear. I mean, fear of not living is just, you're just on your way, you're just slowly dying. And that's true. That's harsh, that's true. And then obviously if you have a condition, you're slowly dying. If you have a condition that is something that you can die from, say I'm not going to. You know?